All right, everyone. We're about to start Adventure 1B, Cabin in the Woods. A pyre burns in the center of Falcon's Hollow, incinerating the bodies of the dead things that wandered into town, causing panic and mayhem. Fortunately, you were there to put down the undead and assist the townfolk in need. Now you have been asked to aid the small lumber town again. The leader of the small local lumber consortium, Thaldrin Creed, has asked you to go find Stovara Sparkbrow, the dwarven cleric of Torag. Her knowledge about the dead might prove vital in unraveling the mystery behind these attacks. Fortunately, the dwarf lives in a cabin not too far from town, but with undead and who knows what else lurking in the woods, the journey is going to be far from simple. With no time to lose, you gather up your belongings and head into the night, determined to find the dwarf and be back before dawn. So we're going to jump into this adventure here. I am playing, for this one, I'm playing a goblin that I made myself, a goblin wizard that I'm calling Frostnose.
Ooh.
What are all of you playing? There I am.
There we go. I'm playing Elrissa, the Elven Rogue.
Ooh, mysterious.
Yes.
And I went with our iconics, two of them actually, our human Valoros, and he's a fighter, and a cleric named Kyra.
A good choice. You have to play two characters.
Absolutely.
Might as well go with the straightforward ones. All right. So we're going to jump into encounter 1 here right now. And because this is the start of an encounter, we get to read the entire thing, before we get going. And it is just the first page here. So, encounter 1, Muddy Mayhem. With a simple map and ample instructions from the townsfolk, the path leading to Stovara Sparkbrow's cabin is easy to find. Though once you leave the main road, it becomes somewhat overgrown from lack of use. The woods around you are thick, foreboding, and strangely quiet. Even for this time of night. Up ahead, the road opens into a small clearing bathed in soft moonlight. On the far side of the clearing, something stirs in the shadows, and it seems to be moving toward you. Looks like we're going straight into a combat here, so we've got the map tile out. We've got map tile 3A. It looks like we're going to be facing 4 zombie shamblers, and they are all going to go in this spot here.
Alrighty.
I've got the zombie shambler card here. We can take a look at this. They have 8 hit points. Their defenses are only 1, but their attack does do 2 damage. So we got to watch out for that. Yeah. The upside is they move kind of slow. They need to spend 2 actions to make an attack, so we should be able to outmaneuver them.
Let's just keep you in the back.
The goblin wizard? Points, yeah, no, I don't want to be in front. All right. We need to advance the time tracker by 1, which we've done. And then we are going to place the characters. We are all going in this first space over here.
And because we're playing a mixed party, for the iconics, we have these miniatures. And then for our custom-built characters, we have pawns with the same character art as are on our ancestry cards.
That'll make it easy. All right, now, there are 2 combat challenges we can think about here. The first one is called Windfall, and it reads, a large broken branch juts out of the mud at a dangerous angle, offering a convenient skewer. If you can get the timing right, you might be able to push one of the zombies onto this improvised trap. One character can roll athletics to attempt to impale a zombie in the space on this branch. A character with hydraulic push or hurtling stone. No, I didn't take hurtling stone or hydraulic push. Do you have hurtling stone?
I do. Kyra the cleric has that spell.
Ooh.
Yep.
Can use that spell from any space on the map to activate this combat challenge if there's an enemy in the space with the challenge. If they do, you don't roll and automatically get a result of 4.
Ooh,
so we'll have to see how that works.
Yeah.
Muddy ground. This is the other one. Looks like it goes right here in the middle. The ground here is a thick pit of mud, making traversal difficult. You might be able to pick out a safe path through all the muck.
Ooh.
Characters and enemies in this space must take 2 actions to move out of the space. Add 1 action to the normal cost of an enemy to move while in the space. Any character can roll nature or perception while in the space to try and find a better path out.
Ooh, well, if I get in there, I've got, I'm a forest guide, so I have +2 dice to nature rolls. So
all right.
I'll see if we can figure out a way to get through the mud.
Well, it looks like we're ready to start combat. Everything's set up, so I'm going to go ahead and shuffle up the initiative cards.
I love that this is the initiative thing, by the way. It's really fun.
Makes it nice and simple. Who's going first? It's going to be me, the wizard. Always the best person to go
first.
Next up will be the fighter. Then enemies B, D, and F. So 2 of the enemies are going. Then the cleric, then the rogue, then finally the last group of enemies. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I have an ability that would let me swap with the character either next to me on either side, but I don't want to make Kyra go later in the order, and I also don't want to go last. So I think I'm gonna.
I think in this case that's
skip
not going
out
to be
on
much
that
use for you.
ability.
But if you had been one spot forward, you could have swapped
Yeah.
place with the enemies.
Exactly.
Maybe next time. All right, so we're going to get combat started here. It's going to start with the wizard. That would be me. So I am going to get to go first. And I think I'm going to keep this nice and simple. And I am going to use telekinetic projectile to throw my staff. Let's see, it is against an enemy in range 1, so I'm going to have to move first. Ooh. So I'm going to spend 1 action to move. Go ahead and turn over my token. And then I'm going to cast telekinetic projectile. So I need 3 dice. There we go. And I'm going against the spell defense of 1. So I only need 1 success to make this happen. I did so, and I got a pair of stars. So telekinetic projectile says, roll a spell attack against an enemy in range 1. Deal damage as shown for your level. If you hit, you can spend any number of stars to deal 1 extra damage. I also have the overcharge ability that says when you roll a spell attack, you can spend 1 star to deal 1 damage to an enemy in the target space. So I could either use my 2 stars on this ability, or I could use 1 of them to deal damage to a different enemy. These guys have 8 hit points though, so I think I'm just going to throw it all into
3,
one bad guy. I'm level 1, so I'm only doing 1 damage. I'm going to spend both stars, and I'm going to do 3 damage. And we'll just say I do damage to creature A, because that's the first one.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
So that is 3 damage to them. The spell took 2 of my actions, moving took 1, so I'm done.
All right. Well, that was a strong first turn.
It's not bad.
All right, so I'm up next as the fighter. I am going to wade right into that mud. Thank you very much.
Here you go.
Then I'm going to attempt, since it would take everything I have to get out of there and into the midst of a bunch of zombies that I could no longer attack, I'm going to try this combat challenge. All
right.
So how does that work?
So for this, you need to roll either nature or perception. And if you get, it looks like getting 2 or more successes is the better result. Getting less than 2 is probably not good. So do you have nature or perception?
I do have perception, 2 dice for that. So I'm going to go with
not too
that.
bad.
Yeah. And I got
Woo,
2
hey!
successes.
2, so that means we're going to go to the challenge book and we're going to read entry 196.
All right. Use these handy things at the top to find it. You spot a series of stones buried in the mud that allow you to nimbly navigate through the area, and you quickly point these out to your allies, confident that the undead are not observant enough to understand your tactic. For the rest of combat, all the characters, that's us, can move out of this space for 1 action. The zombies still need to spend 2 actions to leave this space.
So the zombies are like, and they don't follow what we're saying. They're just like,
So we don't move the token, though, to
Not
remind
this time, yeah. So
Yeah.
the
to
zombies
remind
still
us
have
that
to.
the zombies have to deal with it.
So it's gone. We probably don't need to pay attention to this combat challenge anymore because we got the best result. So that's great. Now we can get out easily.
And I have 1 action left.
Yeah.
I think I will use my special action that I can use once per turn called Raise Shield. And that will let me remove a success from an attack roll made against me before my next turn in case they do decide to come into the mud, which they will.
I mean,
Spoilers. That's what's happening.
That's pretty handy because your turn is over and now enemies B, D, and F go.
And I'm not leaving you in the mud by yourself.
I appreciate that. I am a fragile little goblin.
Little wizard.
And I used all my actions.
So now we're at the point where zombie B and zombie D are going to go. So those 2 go. We start with B. Which one's B?
That's this one.
All right. So that one's going to go, and we're going to go to its enemy card. And we're going to start by looking at its action list. And the first action is attack a character in this space. Well, there isn't a character in its space, so it can't do that. So we're going to go to the second action. It says move toward the nearest character. So that zombie comes marching up into the mud. Then we look at its next action. And now it can attack a character in its space, which is going to take its final 2 actions. And it's going to attack Valeros or the tiny little goblin.
How many hit points do you have?
4.
How much damage do these do?
2.
I'll go ahead and I've got my shield raised, so I'm ready to go.
All right. So it's going to roll 3 dice to attack you, and I think you should roll the dice to attack
Me?
yourself.
No, I
I'm
think
not.
You don't
I
want
trust
him?
Rue.
Oh,
All right.
that's a dangerous choice
Bold
because you
choice.
saw what happened when
I
I
did.
rolled for the enemies. Oh, well, hey.
Now,
So you got 2 successes. I have a defensive 3, fortunately, and I could have removed a success, but I'm not going to. I'm still going to save that ability
all right.
and not
Well,
get hit by that.
Fortunately, we didn't get any skulls, so nothing else happens. Then that zombie's turn is done. But Zombie D now gets to go. So Zombie D is going to do the same thing. For its first action, can't attack anybody, so it moves. And then for its last 2 actions, it's going to attack one of us.
I'll take it again. I'm ready.
I salute your bravery.
Here we go. Wow.
Okay.
It's got a skull and 2 stars.
Now let's take a look at its skull ability. It says Rotting Aura, 1 damage to each damaged character in this space. Neither of us are damaged,
Phew.
so it doesn't do anything.
Awesome.
But it would have even if it didn't hit, because
Because it's just an
is
aura
just if you were
effect.
damaged. Yeah. Cool.
All right,
That went reasonably well.
Yeah.
could have been worse.
Could have
Yeah.
been worse.
It is now Kyra's turn. The cleric gets to go next.
Well, I hate to be hogging all the combat challenges, but I did hear something about using hurtling stone
I think this is a great time to use it.
to attempt to impale a zombie on that branch. So I'm going
Yeah.
to go ahead and use my spell. It's a once per combat. So I'm just going to flip it over to remind me that it's been used this combat.
All right.
And I think that you said it got me an
It
automatic
gets you
result.
the automatic result of a 4. This would normally be an athletics check. It has a result of 4 or higher, 2 or 3, or 2. The 4 entry, the 4 result tells us to go read entry 222.
Would you mind reading this one?
Yeah, of course. All right. 222. With a mighty shove, you propel the zombie onto the sharp, dangerous branch, impaling it through the head and killing it instantly.
Oh,
Remove the zombie from combat and remove the challenge token.
I'll go with that one.
Was that A?
That was A.
We already damaged that one, but that's
Oh,
okay.
wait. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's take C.
C.
Let's take C instead.
Yeah,
All
C
right,
sounds
yeah.
good.
Look at us.
Tactics. Sweet.
Well, that worked well, and that does remove the challenge token. So now the only one that's left on the board is the mud one, which only affects the bad guys. So we're doing pretty good here.
I have a gameplay question.
Yes.
Sure.
I guess first off, how many actions was hurtling stone?
That was 2.
Does it count as 3 actions because it was specifically to do a combat challenge, or is it still only 2 actions?
No, as a matter of fact, it specifically says in the rules of the game that when you use a spell or use an ability in the combat challenge, you spend the same number of actions you would to use the thing normally. So in this case, that costs 2, so it costs 2 this way as well. I should note that using the athletics skill here would have cost 2 as well. So no matter what, you're spending 2 actions there.
So I do have, so that was 2 of my actions.
Yep.
And I will go ahead and spend my last one to join you in the mud. But of course, I know where to stand so I don't get my boots too dirty.
We're getting busy in the mud.
Yep.
My goblin is like
Yes.
chest deep in the mud, being
Having
like,
a good time.
You could have told me about that beforehand.
Is it does it cost me an action to come in and just pick you up and put you on a rock?
Don't lift the goblin.
Well, I'm gonna come in and join everyone, stepping onto a rock so as to not wind up in the mud.
Everybody gets a rock but me.
And as a rogue, one of the cool things is that when I have my allies in space with me and I attack an enemy and I succeed, I get to do a fun sneak attack thing. So we're going to take 1 action to do that, and then I'm going to roll a weapon attack with my rapier, which is 3 dice for the first attack. 1, 2, 3.
That's definitely going to hit. No stars.
No stars, but if there is another character in that space, I deal 1 extra damage. So normally my rapier would deal 1, but it gets to deal 2. So let's put 2 on B.
2 damage on B. And these have 8 hit points each. Zombies have a lot of hit points.
Yeah. And then I'm going to just attack again because there's nothing really else for me to do having already solved the challenge. But I only get to roll 2 dice this time because it's my multi-attack penalty.
Hey.
Still 2. Sorry, I've taken
You're
your
fine.
damage off of that. And this is always active. So
Gonna do 2 more.
I do 2 more.
Dishing out the damage.
Woo!
It's already half down.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
And that leaves us just with the one last enemy card. And that would be this final zombie that's going to do the same thing the other ones did. It's going to spend 1 action to move into our space. And then it's going to spend 2 actions to attack somebody.
I'm fine if it tries to hit me this time.
Tries to go after the rogue?
Yeah.
Sure.
I do still have my shield up. If you don't want to
The rogue is
subject
being
yourself.
brave.
Okay,
the
we'll
rogue
let the rogue be brave. Okay.
I don't want to roll.
I hand you
don't-
my shield.
I don't want to be brave, but the rogue could be brave.
The
go,
rogue
brave
might
rogue.
want to use something if possible.
Oh, so 4 successes and a skull.
Well, unfortunately, 4 successes and a skull is going to hit me, and the enemy didn't roll any stars like I was hoping they would. But that's all right. So
Here's something interesting about the timing, which is also in the rule book.
Yeah.
It did roll its skull ability, which says it does damage to damaged characters. But since there's the timing issue here of will it damage you first and then do the damaging ability, we actually get to decide because it's a tie. So why don't we say its aura goes off first and then it damages you so you don't take an extra damage.
ooh, I like that personally.
Let's go with that. And it does 2 damage.
2
Okay.
damage, yeah.
And how many hit points do you have?
I've got 6.
Okay,
So
you're great.
saving me that extra 3 is quite nice. Rather, that extra 1 is quite nice. Doesn't take me to half.
Yeah.
Well, there we are at the end of the first round of combat. Boy, that was tough, but we eliminated one and we put some damage on him. I think we got this in the bag. Let's go to round 2.
Yeah. So having finished combat, the road to Stavara's Sparkbrow's cabin, already a narrow, twisting path through dense forest, has suffered heavy damage from a recent storm, and a dense knot of brambles and debris blocks the path. We have an exploration challenge here, it looks like. And it's called The Way Forward. The terrain here presents quite an obstacle, forcing you to decide how best to approach this area. You can try to push through as quickly as possible, spend some time to carefully pick your way through, or spend even more time clearing a path so as to make the way safe for yourself and other travelers in the future. Characters cannot proceed to the next encounter until resolving this challenge. When the first character attempts this challenge, as a group decide which approach you are going to take. So there's 3 options here. We can either move as quickly as possible with 1 time, carefully pick our way through with 2 time, or clear a path as we go with 3 time. 3 times
Boy.
seems like a lot to spend.
It's getting dark, and we just fought a bunch of zombies, and there aren't more zombies here, thankfully, because that was pretty tough. I think we should go as quick as we can.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good to go as fast as we can.
Yeah, we're pretty healthy and have our stuff available. So
Yeah. So we're going to advance the time tracker by 1.
1. And then, Jason, do you want to read 211 for us?
211. Entry 211. Sure. You decide to make haste, moving through the difficult terrain with all possible speed. You must roll acrobatics to attempt to nimbly navigate the bramble. After you, each other character must roll acrobatics as well, moving themselves into the space with the challenge as they do so. As a group, decide the order in which the other characters attempt this challenge. Characters with the Forest Guide or Herbalist background can add 1 success to their result. Anybody got that?
I do. I'm the forest guide.
you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first and maybe let you all know how rough it is over here.
Yeah.
How's
So,
your acrobatics?
I'm a rogue.
Asked and answered.
so pretty good.
I've
All right.
got-
So it is an acrobatics check. You want to try and get, looks like 4 or higher would be the best success.
All right, so I add 1 success for being a forest guide, yes?
Correct.
And I roll 3 dice, so let's see what would I get. Oh, 3 plus
4
1
exactly.
will be 4.
So we're going to go to entry 74. You pick your way through the brush with great agility, avoiding putting your weight on weak branches or slippery roots. You even take the time to point out the safest route to those behind you. Characters that attempt this challenge after you add 1 success to their result. Maximum bonus of +1.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Well, that's really good because I'm going to be pretty bad at this.
Hey, don't step on these twigs.
I don't have. I am not skilled in acrobatics on either of my characters, so I will be relying on my other skill roll, which is 1 die.
Same here. The goblin's going to rush forward because he wants to get out of the mud and get out of this space. So I'm going to go ahead and roll.
Whoa.
Hey! I got a 4 as well, which we know leads to the result because I got to add a bonus of 1. So I make it through just fine.
Oh, good.
I'm plucky,
Yay.
Now I'll also roll a 3
I'm sure.
or a 2.
Oh, a 2.
So it becomes
2.
a 3.
2 becomes a 3. Now that's entry 245. So let's take a look at that and see what it says. You move as fast as you can through the brush, but your speed makes it easy to get snagged on broken branches and slip on wet stones. You take 1 damage.
Okay, that's acceptable.
Not too bad. 1 damage is okay.
Yeah.
Slipping and sliding over here.
Just not roll lower than that with Kyra now.
Let's go.
Also 1 die. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. So a
No
total
success.
of 1.
Yeah.
So
1
that would be less than 2. So for that, we go to entry 326.
Oh no, Kyra.
magical forest spirit carries me on their shoulders.
I'm going to wager that's not what happens. I'm going to go ahead and call that right now.
I thought you were going to say a magical forest spirit comes out and attacks me, and I was like, I'm ready for that.
In your haste to get through this area, you seemingly trip on every possible route and fall into thorny brambles more than once. Take 2 damage.
Okay.
Okay, well.
Still alive. All right.
Well, and that's it for encounter 2, so we can move on to encounter 3.
All right. We've made it to the cabin. Encounter 4, cabin pressure. The tight winding passage through the woods finally gives way to a small clearing with a modest cabin. Twinkling yellow firelight pours from its windows, and smoke billows from a stout chimney. It would be a peaceful sight, except for the shouting and sound of breaking timber. Rushing into the cabin past a broken down door, you see several undead closing in on a terrified Stavara, who is waving a burning log plucked from the fire in a desperate attempt to hold them off. So we set up with our tile here, and then we start in, I think, the space that we are starting in. Yep. And then we have two zombie shamblers.
All right, where
Which
do they
are,
go? Oh,
In the farthest space away.
okay.
And a zombie behemoth, which
Uh-oh.
we happen to have a miniature for, also in that space. So as standard with combat, we'll advance the time tracker by 1, shuffle and deal the initiative cards, and see what happens to us. Notably, if we recorded time to spare on our campaign sheet, which we didn't this time, we would not advance the time tracker.
Oh, wow.
Well,
And the behemoth will take its turn on the card that is marked A, C, and E.
All right.
oh, okay, cool.
So I'll go ahead and shuffle up these cards and deal them back out.
And we'll need our enemy cards for our enemies.
I need to. Here's the shambler,
Yeah, why don't we
we can
put
keep
both
them
those over there?
Okay.
and here's the behemoth.
They're both hard hitters.
He's a nasty looking boy.
Yeah.
Positive.
14 hit points?
Oh.
My God.
Also does 2 damage, but has a low defense, so
Only 1 defense.
here's
Okay.
hoping. Oh,
Let's hope he doesn't go first.
oh dear. When it attacks, it uses the result against each character in its space. Maybe we should not team up.
We do not want to team up on that guy.
There he goes.
We got him.
We got him. He fell over. We win automatically, I think. I think that means he forfeits.
Oh, good. The wizard goes first again. I'm shuffling these. I swear. I'm not just. It's not rigged.
While you're setting up the initiative, I can talk about the challenge tokens that are here, since
Yeah.
we know about
Oh,
those.
and then the enemies right after you. Great.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, both of the enemies.
Uh-oh.
this is going not so great.
A little cramped for space. So we'll
And
just do it.
again, I didn't get after them, so I can't.
Don't worry, Rogue. You're going last.
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
Since you two are the designers, I'm going to rules lawyer it with you. Is the wizard after me? Technically, could I
No,
swap with you?
No, no. Nice try
Not
though.
adjacent,
I
yeah.
like where you're going on that.
Darn.
But no.
All right. All right. What are our challenges about, Joe?
Our challenge is A is steel trap. A large steel trap rests in this corner. Perhaps it could be used to snare one of the undead. B is heavy knowledge. A large bookshelf holds an impressive number of tomes and artifacts. If it's tipped over at the right time, it could smash several of the undead. And C, in that same space, is a glass decanter full of a greenish liquid sitting on a table next to some brewing equipment. Who knows what is inside? Us.
Ooh.
All right.
Gosh,
Okay.
wizard, what are you going to do?
I'm going to use Force Barrage. First thing, I'm going to spend all 3 actions to deal 3 damage to an enemy within range 3. And I'm just going to put 3 damage right on the behemoth. Right
Perfect.
now, we're just
Great.
going to get that going.
Sounds perfect. All right, pile it on.
That's my turn. I'm not moving closer to the zombies.
Okay,
Can't imagine why.
I'm good. I'm good.
All
now
right.
we come to enemies A, C, and E, which technically is just going to be the behemoth miniature, the zombie behemoth. So we'll do, the zombie behemoth will go. So their first action, they would love to roll an attack and use the result against each character in the space, but there aren't any. So its second is to move forward. So now it has 2 actions left.
Oh no, I moved the map. Sorry.
No worries.
There we go.
And it's
Has to move again,
Yep.
right?
Second action will be to move again, and its third action will be to move one more time to where we are.
Just coming outside. Need
Yeah.
some fresh air. And remember how we said we weren't going to all
Stay in the same
the
space.
same space with it? Well, it is now in the space with all of us.
Why,
So
why
like
didn't you
it or
move out of
not.
there?
why didn't I move out of there?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to die.
All right. Well, the other enemies are now going to go, and they similarly would love to attack but need to move first. So now all of us are
2,
having a party outside the cabin. And Stavara's probably pretty happy. She's
Stavar just quietly closes the door and it's just like, no, we're good here.
Everything's fine. I'm staying in my house. Thanks for coming. Okay.
Well-
But they don't get to attack.
That's true.
And looking at both of their cards, they don't seem to have reactions. So we could
They're not going to do anything to us when we try and leave, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
get out.
Since you are stuck there until your next turn, I guess you can move before they act again.
Oh, and I will be.
Okay.
I hope
I think
so.
what I'll do is I'll use my Vicious Swing ability, which costs 2 actions, but if I hit, I deal extra damage. So I'm going to roll a weapon attack, which gets me, I get to use 3 dice. I'm going to also choose the Behemoth, because it seems the scariest.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll roll my weapon attack. And I did get 2 successes, fortunately. I also got a star, and all of us have something we can spend a star on at all times. And I happen to have brutal hits, so I did a vicious swing with a brutal hit. And when I roll a weapon attack, I can spend a star to deal the damage to an enemy in my space. So I'm going to do 1 damage with my longsword. I'm going to do 1 extra damage because it was vicious swing, and I'll add a damage from brutal hit. So that's 3 more damage to the zombie
I'm
behemoth.
going to give you a
Trade you.
5 token.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, let's do some change.
Trade you some.
Almost halfway
ones.
through that behemoth.
there we go.
And then
I don't know why I was.
You're all good.
There we go. There we go. All right. Nice.
We got
to
this.
use my last action to bravely run away or let's say run toward the steel trap and see if we can't make use of
Bring
that
them
on our next
inwards. Yeah.
turn.
Very
right.
wise.
Yes.
And you get to go again.
right.
As the cleric this time.
Well, Kyra's got a little leftover damage, as do all of us, it seems. So I am torn. I could use my 3-action heal.
Which would also
Would damage
them,
all the
right?
undead, heal all of us a little bit, but then Kyra would be stuck in the space with the behemoth. I think she can take a round of hits from the behemoth. She'll be
Sacrifices
fine.
were made.
Sacrifice. So I'm going to use heal, which I can use 4 times in adventure. I'm going to use all 3 actions to do its most powerful form and remove 1 damage from all of us,
Hooray!
Oh, thank you.
and then do 1 damage to every undead here. So that's going to be 1 to this, and I can just use this.
And then I'll grab 2 for the
Chandler.
2
Okay, great.
Chandlers.
Perfect.
So we've got B and D, right?
exactly.
Perfect.
So Kyra has bravely sacrificed herself for you all, and I hope you will remember it.
Thanks, Kyra.
I will record your name in the Goblin Legend book. We don't have a legend book. We don't even write. We don't like doing that. But I'll tell you that's what I'm doing.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right.
Well, on one hand, thank you for staying because it means that I get to use my sneak attack ability if I hit, which is nice. So I'm going to start just by trying to hit the zombie behemoth with my rapier because I agree with everyone here. He's the scariest looking guy here, so that'll hit.
Easy.
And I get to do an extra point of damage because you are here. So 2 damage to our friend the behemoth. We're
All the way up to 9.
We're at to
out of
9.
14.
All right, and then I'm gonna roll my second attack.
Keep doing it.
2 dice. 1, 2.
So another 2. So if you
So
want to swap out.
swap out and keep 1. And I'm going to. What's the
11 now.
11? I'm gonna. I kind of want to chance it and see if I can hit him again. But I
You
will
be
only.
swinging at everyone in that space.
I
'Cause
will.
He's still outside, actually.
Yeah, he's still out here. Sorry, I didn't mean to put him in here with Valorous.
That's okay. Val should prefer it, honestly.
Yeah, that's where Valorous wants them to be.
So would I.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna play it risky. I'm gonna
Just
try
1 die.
1 die and see what happens. 1.
Hit.
So I do 2 more damage. This thing's up to 13. It has 1 hit point.
You hear that, wizard?
Hey!
What did I just hear?
Do you want to kill steal?
All right, so we're at the top of the next order. I get to go first. I do have an ability to automatically do 1 damage, so I could do that. But I think I'm going to use Frost Breath instead. It says choose up to 2 enemies in your space and roll a spell attack. Enemies hit by that spell attack take cold damage as shown. I can spend stars to cause a chosen enemy to lose 1 action next turn.
Ooh.
So I'm going to hit the Zombie Shambler B and the Zombie Behemoth.
Beautiful.
Nice.
And that is definitely going to hit, so that is going to kill
Yes.
the Zombie Behemoth. We take him out before he can swing at all of us.
Woo!
And I'm going to do 1 damage to Zombie B, and then I'm going to spend my 3rd action to come join Valoros in here and be like, hey buddy, hey, how's it going? It's pretty
Good to
nice
see
in
you.
here. It's nice and warm. Hey, Stavara, how are you?
Watch out for that steel trap.
Much better now. Ooh.
Whew. All right. Well, we saved Stavara. We've searched her cabin, but it's on fire.
We should go.
We should probably go. Encounter 6, on the run. The undead that attacked Falcon's Hollow and Stavara's cabin appear to be just part of a larger group of wandering undead, and they're heading straight for you. Even adventurers of your skill are woefully outmatched by the sheer number of foes, leaving you with only one choice. Setup. Use one of the character miniatures or pawns to represent the entire party along with Stavara.
Use
So
Valoros.
we'll use Valoros.
Perfect.
Place it in the space marked Start 1 if you have recorded Surprised by the Horde, Start 2 if you have Short Notice, and Start 3 if you have Keen Ears. We recorded Short Notice, so we're in Start 2, which is actually right here.
Oh, okay.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Better than it could be.
Exploration challenges. This encounter is divided into 2 parts. You must complete the first one before proceeding with the second. Proceed with convincing Stavara. As the undead horde closes in, you realize that it is time to retreat, but the cleric seems frozen, staring at the burning ruins of her cabin. Getting Stavara to leave her home takes some coaxing. One character can roll diplomacy or religion to convince her to leave quickly. This does not require spending time. Well, it's definitely not me, because I'm not good at either one of those. I'm not good at talking to people, or
Not it.
dogs, or...
So, as a fellow cleric, I have 3 dice for religion, and I also have the acolyte background, which gives me 2 more dice. So I
Awesome.
can roll 5 for
That's
religion.
a lot of religion.
That's a lot of religion.
You are really good
going
at
for it.
talking up the gods.
Yeah. 2?
Maybe not.
2!
Maybe not as good as I thought it was. Look, it's late. We just fought a bunch of zombies.
2! That didn't even convince me.
That's almost half of 1 per die.
Good job. We need to read entry 330 from the challenge book.
Do you mind? I don't want to see how.
That is not the best option we could have gotten.
I don't know what you mean. That sounds like it was great. Though you speak with sympathy and grace, Stavara is too upset to hear you. Her transfixed gaze is only broken by the sight of the undead racing toward you, causing her to turn and flee of her own accord.
Hey, it worked out.
It still worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
I'm going to wager we didn't get some sort of benefit because
Yeah,
someone
well.
couldn't talk up the gods very well.
Jeez.
She's distraught.
Run for the living. The undead are crashing through the forest behind you, and any wrong step could spell disaster. You must flee as quickly as possible. Your goal in this challenge is to travel back through the gnarled forest to the space marked by Exploration Challenge Token B, which we're going to put right here. Yes. With Stavara in tow, staying ahead of the encroaching zombie horde on your heels. Once out of the clearing, you will be able to easily outpace and lose the undead. For now. Take turns rolling 8 dice, counting the successes, and move as indicated below. Roll the party's movement first, then the horde's. Repeat this until the miniature representing the party reaches the tile marked with Exploration Challenge B. Now there is another Exploration Challenge A, which goes right here.
All right. Because that's back from when we didn't clear the branches, right?
Yes. So we also have to place, let's use a zombie mini right here. That's the horde.
Okay.
All right. If the horde ever starts in or reaches the same space as the party, it doesn't move further that turn. Then describe how one of the characters you choose slows down to fights off the vanguard of the slavering undead. That character takes 2 damage, and you move the party 1 space forward. So if it ever catches us, I'll continue reading this. I should note, if 3 or more skulls are shown on a single roll for the party, 1 character takes 1 damage, moving too hastily, and they take a nasty spill. If any of us fall unconscious, we roll 1 fewer die for each character that's unconscious because we have to drag them along.
Ooh.
So who wants to start by rolling 8 dice?
And I did so well with that religion roll that I think I should just roll.
Yeah,
8
no,
dice.
absolutely.
Go for it.
All 8 dice. 12 or more allows us to move 2 spaces. 8 to 11 successes, we move 1. And 7 or less, we don't move at all.
So 12 successes, no skulls. Here we go.
Let's go. Oh, wow. Okay.
2, 4, 6, 8 with 1
8.
skull.
Well, the 1 skull doesn't hurt us, but we do move forward 1 space.
Great, we're on our way.
All right. I guess it's time to roll for the horde. If they get 12 or more, they're going to catch us, and we're going to take some damage.
All right.
I don't know if we're going to make it.
Let's see.